It's just a quick one on how I'm going to go about cleaning the chain on this T120. So I've taken both pipes off because I've ordered some new slip-ons, so it just made sense to take the pipes off at the same time and get all this done. Also taken the chain guard off. It's just 2 Allen bolts, very easy. I'm also going to clean the rim when I've done all this, but it makes sense to clean the chain, lube it, set the tension, and like wipe away any excess and then clean the wheel, or it's just going to get dirty again. So you can get these on Amazon or AliExpress really cheap. It's basically just a container and this chain brush. If I can get that off. So that slides in there for storage. All I'm going to do is fill this with a little bit of paraffin. Again, you can get this very cheap and a little goes a long way. And just start scrubbing the chain from this section and roll the kind of wheel around to get each bit. And it's not that dirty, to be fair, it just looks a bit dry more than anything. And then I'm going to apply some XCP Clearcoat all up under here where I have better access to the frame and all that. I've already done quite a bit, that's why this is all shiny, and all along here as well, so that's looking nice and clean. So yeah, let me just get this clean and then we'll carry on. So this is how we're looking after doing what I said. Just a little bit of kerosene, this, and a few dirty old rags. So not spotless, but a lot better than it was, and it's good enough for me, to be honest, without spending hours on it. It's going to start looking dirty again after like 100 miles anyway, so there we go. Gave this area a bit of a wipe down as well. So I'm just going to let this dry, and while it is drying I'm just going to degrease some of these frame areas here and then spray with XCP Clearcoat. And then when the chain is fully dry I'll lube it, and I'll show you what lube I use in a minute. And then I'll clean the wheel, because as you can see it picks up quite a lot of dirt when you're cleaning the chain. One thing to bear in mind is when you're spinning the wheel around, either make sure your hand's clean or just use a separate rag and spin it like this, because you don't want oils and stuff on the tyre, obviously. So I also figured, since I've already got all this access, I may as well clear coat up under here. I've just wiped it down with degreaser. It's in pretty good shape anyway, so yeah, that's what I use. I've heard good things. It came out like really well rated on the Bennett's corrosion blocker test, where he tested like 20 different products and this was one of the best. So yeah, just going to cover the tyre up with some cloths to catch any spillage, and just spray up under there just to give it some more protection. Meanwhile this is still drying, but looking pretty good. So I've got my clear coat up here, that's just drying. Chain is now dry, so I'm going to finish it off with some lube. And again, this stuff scored really well in a recent test with Bennett's. So basically just says ideally to spray it on a warm chain. This is cold, so not ideal, and it just says to use sparingly, so only going to give it a very light spray on this side, so as I turn it round it starts to seep towards the outside, and then it just says to wipe off the excess, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll just show you how the chain looks afterwards. So this is the before, and there is the after. You probably can't really tell a difference, I'm struggling to. It's still wet, obviously. I've wiped the excess, just got to let that dry naturally. So yeah, finally I'm just going to clean the rim, apply more of that clear coat to the rim, obviously protecting the brake disc at the back. I don't think it would really matter if you got it on the brake disc, because it's like a clear coat rust preventer. The pad's just going to wear that off the disc if you get any on it, but I'm still going to avoid it, obviously. So yeah, get all this clean, drop the bike down and check the tension. I'm not going to show myself doing that because there's about 4 really good videos showing exactly how to do it on YouTube, so I'm not going to do it as well. I just know the tension has to be checked with the bike on the ground, and up to 30mm flex is acceptable. So yeah, I'll just do that and then finish up. So yeah, it's not really a how-to, but basically gives you an idea of how I'm going about things. Maybe I'll learn some tips along the way. So all pretty easy stuff, although I do miss my shaft driven bike. 0 maintenance pretty much, but this is quite fun to do, and it definitely looks a lot better for it. Much healthier chain, which is going to improve economy, performance to a degree, and just reduce wear and tear. So yeah, cheers.